Amen. If you didn't already mark Psalm 100, amen, and did what you're going to do there. Come with me, if you would, to a very familiar couple of verses that can be found in the book of Hebrews. Amen. Again, we go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 12. Amen. And we're going to start with verse 1. Hebrews.
All right.
Amen. 12th chapter. Amen. Hebrews chapter 12, beginning with verse 1. And if you are following verses. And when you have found it, would you let it be known with an amen?
Amen.
Hebrews chapter 12, beginning with verse 1, these words are left on record. Wherefore sin we are also compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses. Let us lay aside every weight in the sin which do so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Concerning him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest we be wearied and faint, lest ye be wearied and faint, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. You may be seated. Again, we look at verse 2, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Maybe we'll take another look at verse 3. For consider him that endures such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be wearied and faint in your minds. I want to talk today from the thought of the subject of getting refocused. Amen. Getting refocused. Amen. Look at your neighbor. Neighbor. Today. That's what we're going to talk about. Getting refocused. Look at somebody else, get their attention. Neighbor. Today. Pastor's going to talk about getting refocused. Somebody get a Lord a hand clap of praise. Getting refocused. My brothers and my sisters, when we think about this year that we have traveled in, and we have made it past the halfway point. It is the year of repeated number, 2020. When we think about 2020, most time the first thing we think about is our eyesight. We think about being focused. We think about having perfect vision. Think about the times that we did not have to have assistance from glasses. We was able to see with perfect vision. But through the years and through different events and changes in life, our vision changed. We were not able to focus as we once did. And some of us used to could read, no matter how small the letters were, read them with no problem. Some of us began to have to hold it closer to us to see it, until that we got so close that even that would not help us. Then others, maybe like me, who had to move it back away from you a little bit. And you could do good for a period of time. And then you had to move it back a little further. You did that for a little while. You had to move it back a little further. Move it back so many times until you ran out of arm length. And you had to go and get you some glasses to help you focus. Some of you know how it is when you go for an eye examination and they give you different size letters and ask you, can you read that? Or is that clear to you? And you find yourself doing your best, really not wanting to get glasses or change your prescription. You try your best to focus in on what you felt that would keep you from having to have glasses or having to have your prescription changed. My brothers and my sisters, it's because our focus had changed that we needed something to help us focus. As it is in our physical walk and with our physical eyes, some things have happened with us in the spirit world that has caused us to lose focus. There are some things that has happened that cause us to not be able to see spiritually as we once saw. And so today we're going to try to say something that will help us to get refocused. My brothers and my sisters, it is important. As a Christian, it is important that we be able to focus spiritually. It is important that we take the necessary steps in order that our spiritual sight will be clearer than what it is right now. Do I have a witness? And so the writer in Hebrews is trying to help us and has given us some things that we need in order that we'll be able to become focused. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Sometimes it's not so much that it's something wrong with our eyesight. Sometimes it's just the distraction could cause us to lose focus. Sometimes our physical eyesight may be still 20/20, but 20/20 vision will not help us if we're not paying attention to what we need to pay attention to. There have been some people with 20/20 vision who have had bad automobile accidents, and it had nothing to do with their vision. It's just that they was distracted from what they should have been watching by watching something else. Oh, my brothers and my sisters, there have been some who have ran off the road by paying attention to something else instead of what they should have been paying attention to. There are some who have been who have walked into different objects because they were focused on, instead of focused on where they was going, they were focused on something else. It was a distraction that moved their attention away from what they should have been focusing on. I believe that not only here at St. Army, I believe that there's a lot of Christians need to be getting refocused. Because there are so many distractions. There are so many things that can pull our attention away from what we ought to be focusing on. Some folks, regardless of how many accidents have occurred, regardless of how many warnings have been given and how many laws have been passed, there are those who still feel the need to text and drive. And usually you can tell who it is if you're behind them. But every once in a while, you'll see them veer off the path from one side to the other. And when you finally get a chance to go around them, you'll see them texting while driving. They allow that phone to distract them, and they lose focus on driving. There have been folks walk into open manholes texting. There have been folks who have walked into street posts texting. There have been folks that walked into other people texting. Because it caused them to lose their focus. It would be different if they was walking and they decided to text. They stop, sit down, or move over to the side, but they want to keep on walking. Keep on. Distraction. Sometimes we can lose focus by paying attention to other folks' business instead of our own. I told you all the time, I know you'll forget, as a matter of fact, wasn't long ago, my wife and I, and Carlos was in on the conversation, we was talking about it, that I was going to Tennessee one day and I was taking a different route, and I'm doing good. I had gone that route once before, but I'm doing good until this nice car pulled out in front of me. Real nice car pulled out in front of me. And when he pulled out in front of me, he didn't cut me off or anything. He didn't cause me to hit my brakes or anything. He pulled out, and it wasn't a hazard of what he did when he pulled out. He didn't make me wreck. I didn't have to hit my brakes. I didn't scream and holler at him because I had no cause to. But in the trunk of that car, he had a lawnmower or something back there. Something had some stuff in the back of that nice car. Now, is his car? Well, maybe it wasn't his car. But one thing I do know, it wasn't mine. And I'm so busy talking about him using that nice car like a truck until I missed my turn. Now, talk about me. Y'all don't know how to talk about me. I missed my turn. Worried about what somebody or talking about what somebody else had in the trunk of their vehicle that was not mine. I did not even know the individual. But by me losing sight and focus on where I was going, being distracted by something that was none of my concern, I missed my turn. And then I had to go up and find a place where I could turn around and get back on track. I told my wife from that point, I said, from now on, when I see somebody doing something like that, the only thing I'm going to do is look at them and say, and keep on going. There are so many things that could cause us to lose focus. So some folks lose focus because their neighbor got a new car. Y'all talk back to me. So some folks lose focus because their neighbor painted their house. You didn't have a problem with it before it was painted. Probably talking about them. But time they try to do something to make it look better. So many things could cause a distraction, cause us to lose focus. But it's sad when we lose focus on this journey while in this Christian race. Because we must understand that the writer really in this context is really comparing the Christian race with athletes. And so the writer starts off letting us know that there are some things that we have to do in order to run this Christian race. To keep our focus on this Christian race. Some folks can't even enjoy the worship service because they are distracted by somebody in the church. And if we're going to run this Christian race, first of all, he lets us know that we cannot run this race with a heavy load. He tells us that sin, wherefore sin that we are also compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, he tells us, first of all, he encouraged us that we can run this race because others have ran the race before us and succeeded. They have run the race and they ran it successfully against opposition. And you said, and in order to find out and understand this cloud of witnesses, we have to go back and be familiar with chapter 11. And when we're familiar with chapter 11, you will find that all of these individuals that it talks about in chapter 11, they had opposition that they had to overcome, and they had to focus beyond those things in order to get to where they was going. And so if we're going to do it, we got to make sure that we understand and be encouraged because other folks have done it. And just because you have opposition, chapter 11 let us know we're not the only one. And in this, it really checks our faith, or bring our faith intact. Watch this. He said, lay aside every weight. Lay aside every weight and sin, which do so easily beset us. Which so easily knock us off course, which do so easily cause us to slow down. He said, lay aside every weight. Suggest that athletes, that no matter what they train in, when it comes time for the race, they make themselves as light as possible. Those cumbersome things that would hold them back and slow them down and weigh them down, they shed those things off. What is it you're carrying in this race that's making it hard for you to run? What is it that you're so loaded down with that it has caused you to lose focus on the race itself? What is it that is so important to you, you'd rather try to run with this weight on you than to take it off? What is the weight, or what is the thing that keep on tripping you up? Sometimes, I'm not knocking the song, but sometimes some of us need to investigate these songs before we sing it. Because everybody can sing it. You know the song, the Lord will make a way somehow. In that song, they say, I wonder, what have I done to make this race so hard to run? So some of us don't have to wonder what we've done to make it so hard to run. Some of us can look at some of the weight or the sin that's knocking us off course. And we know what it is we've done. My brothers and my sisters. So he said, we got to lay aside every weight and the sin which does easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. In other words, he said, when you're running this here, it's not a sprint. The word patient means that you got to persevere. Meaning that it's going to be a long haul. Some of us want to get over some things and get through some things and get around some things too quickly. So we got to know how to pace ourselves. The reason so many folks give up and give out is because they can't pace themselves, and they don't have enough patience to take their time and watch their step as they go. We got to run with patience. Now, the race that is set before us, meaning the course of our lives. Well, what is the course of our life? Not everybody, not all of us have the same thing on our course. But all of us have something. So some have some water ditches you have to jump over. Some have some hurdles you have to jump over. Some have some hills you have to go up. Some have some deep curves you have to go around. Some have some potholes in the course of their life. And my brothers and my sisters, you can't give up just because you hit a pothole. They're out there. Watch this. And so since we're running this race, and since it's been set before us, and we have a course that we have to run, then how do we run this year? And we have gotten off course or out of focus. So the writer here gives us a pattern that we can follow and become refocused. A pattern. I told you how so many different things can distract us. Some of us lose focus so easy. Some of us, the least good thing. A baby cry. Just a baby cry. Focus on. Like never heard a baby cry before. Babies have always cried. But if a baby, if they had a long baby in here now, and the baby cried, I may well just stop and wait. Some of us lose focus when we hear the cracking of the door open. Come on now. You can hear the door crack open. And all of a sudden, no matter who I'm talking, no matter how important it is, all of a sudden we lose focus and some of us lose focus if the usher come up and tell one of the members something. The usher bringing information to a member and it's not us. And now we lose focus even after the usher has gone back to their post. We're wondering what did the usher tell them. Come on now. And some of us have lost focus on this race and the course that we are on. Because what is going on in our world today. No, I get that. I know I ought to get some amen there. If I can't get an amen, you ought to just look amen to me. How you look amen? Just look at me and say that. Focus. We lose it because of what we hear on the news. We lose focus because of what the president said. We lose focus because of what the governor said. Sometimes we can lose focus because of what the weatherman said. Now, if the weatherman told us that there's a chance of a tornado at 12:40, somebody would be looking at They talking about a tornado at 12:40. Don't you know you need to hurry up? So many things can cause us to lose focus. We should not lose focus. Matter of fact, the question ought to be to us, how important is it to me? The thing that I'm supposed to be focused on, how important is that to me? So let's talk about the pattern. Let's talk about the pattern. The writer gives us a pattern. And the first thing he gives us in this pattern is the preeminence in the pattern. Preeminence in the pattern is the fact that we look at unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. Author and finisher of our faith. Author and finisher of our faith. Jesus is the chief leader. He is the originator of our faith. So if he's the originator, he's the chief leader, he's the author of our faith. Watch this. And if he's the author of our faith, through him, faith is perfected. So if we can't focus upon the heroes of faith in chapter 11, we ought to be able to focus upon Jesus, who made faith perfect. He perfected it. He finished it. Not only did he start it, he finished it. He finished it even to the point that nothing else can come behind him and make it any more plain. So we got to look unto Jesus. Maybe the reason we need to get refocused is because we're not stop looking at Jesus. When he said, watch this here, looking unto him. So if watch this. If I look unto Jesus, that means that I have to look past some other stuff. Maybe the reason we can't see Jesus is because we're not able to look past some other stuff. Maybe I need to be refocused because I'm not able to look past some folks. Maybe I'm not able to look past some circumstances in my life. So if I got to look unto Jesus, I got to look beyond some other stuff. Well, what is it that you're having trouble looking beyond? Can I have somebody? Let me have one of the ways you can tell that what it is that you have trouble looking beyond. What is it that you're talking about all the time? What is it you're talking about more than you're talking about Jesus? What is that thing or what are those things that you find yourself You cannot look unto Jesus because you can't look past some other stuff that you're dealing with or that you see or that you hear and you're folks that you don't like or whatever the case may be. You cannot look unto Jesus because you can't look beyond some folks. So if we're going to look unto Jesus, he's the author and finisher of our faith. And he's the one we ought to be focused on. Watch this, watch this. Not only there is the preeminence in this pattern, but there also is the perspective in this pattern. Some of us have our priorities out of place, out of order. Some of us need to put our priority into perspective. Because we think other things and other folks are more important than where we're going. Watch this, watch this, watch this. He said, for the joy that was set before him, endured the cross, despising the shame. He was focused on where he was going to. He was focused on where he was going to instead of what he was going through. And some of us lose focus because what we go through, we lose sight on where we're going to. And maybe where we're going to is not important, and maybe I need to remind you that if you're a Christian, this world is not our home. If we're a Christian, then we don't need to be tied to this world because we are in the world but not of the world. We are citizens of the kingdom. And we cannot have kingdom thought and be kingdom minded when we are focused on things of this world. Did you not know that all of us sooner or later gonna have to get out of here? And if you didn't think that you had a place to go to, then why did you get saved? Jesus said he was born to prepare a place for us. And if he go and prepare a place for us, he'll come again and receive us unto himself. That where he is, there we may be also. Our responsible reading let us know that the first heaven and the first earth is going to be gone. And there's going to be that holy city, New Jerusalem. My brothers and my sisters, that I got to have the right perspective to know that trouble don't last always. I have to have the right perspective that what I'm going through does not compare to where I'm going to. I'm on my way somewhere. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm on my way somewhere where I don't have to worry about COVID-19. I don't have to worry about a pandemic. I don't have to worry about wearing a mask. I don't have to worry about social distance. I'm going, oh my God, I'm going somewhere. I'm headed somewhere where the Lord himself will be with me. And I'll be in the very presence of my Creator. God himself shall be with him and be there, not a representative, but God himself. And he's going to do away with all of those things that caused me to shed tears, and I won't have to cry anymore. Why I won't have about you and how you feel about it, but I keep on pressing on because I'm going somewhere and I can look beyond of what I'm going through because I got to make my destination of where I'm going to. Look beyond trial. That's how Jesus had the right perspective. For the joy that was set before him. He had the joy that was set before him. He knew where he was going. He knew his destination. He knew after the suffering of the cross and after the going in the grave and after all of this, he knew that there was a place waiting on him. The joy that is set before him. He knew that when it was over, that he would have a name that is above every name. He knew that every name, every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess. He had the right perspective. That he endured the cross, despising the shame. He overcame all of that. Why? Because he knew his destination. Now I just wonder if there anybody in here know your destination. Are you headed somewhere? Do you have a home in glory land and outside the sun? Do you have a home somewhere where you never grow old? Do you have a home somewhere? Are you headed to some place that death is not allowed, sickness is not allowed, diseases are not allowed? Are you headed anywhere? What kind of perspective do you have when you're running this race? Is there something worth finishing this race for? So, in the premises, in the pattern, the perspective in the pattern, there's the position in the pattern. Watch this. When we look unto Jesus, author and finisher of our faith, for the joy he headed somewhere. He see beyond circumstances. He see beyond condition. He see beyond heartaches and pain. He endured the cross, the despising, the shame. After he had overcome all that, look at his destination. He's now sat down. He got a position now. He sat down in the position in the pattern that he sat down there at the right hand of the throne of God. He's back where he started at. He had come full circle. And why did he come full circle? How was he able to do that? He was focused. My brothers and my sisters, let's get ready to leave here now. I think I'll tell you that there was some patience in the pattern also. He got his position, but he had to have patience. Was they consider him that endured such contradiction of sin against himself? He said, if you're going to do it, you got to look at how Jesus did. They lied on him, but he kept on going. They called him Beelzebub, but he kept on going. They talked about he was not the Messiah, but he kept on going. My brothers and my sisters, Jesus but he kept on going. He even had those that walked with him turn around and leave him. But he kept on going. And if we want to become and get back refocused, we got to look unto Jesus, the one who set the perfect example for you and for me. Anybody here know he's the perfect example? If you want to see someone who was able to walk this old world and still remain perfect, it was Jesus. Even though they lied on him, he kept on going. They talked about him, but he wouldn't give up. They denied him, but he wouldn't give up. Ain't God all right? Is there anybody here glad that he didn't give up? He was in the garden carrying your sins in mind. Burden got so heavy, he felt that he wasn't going to make it. Tried to find another way out, but I'm glad he made up his mind, not my will, but thy will be done. They came and arrested him and led him from judgment hall to judgment hall, but he endured. They spat on him, but he endured. They pulled the hair out of his cheeks, but he endured. They hit him in his face and slapped him. He endured. They spat on him. He endured. They whipped him all night long, but he endured. Ain't God all right? And being the early one, trying to whatever we're doing, get refocused. The writer says, we run the risk of getting wearied and faint in our minds, meaning that we'll give up if we don't get refocused. What was the last thing that you engaged in? Last conversation? What was it about? The virus? Was it about the political figures? Or was it about Jesus? What was the last thing? Was it about your pain? Or was it about Jesus? What was the last thing? Was it about your bills? Or was it about Jesus? If you truly know and truly believe that this world is not our own, if you truly believe that, then don't lose focus on the things that are going on around us. Why? Because these things are going to cease and come to an end. And whether they come to an end while we're still here, or whether they come to an end after we're gone, if we're focused right, we won't worry about it. Because we have a home on the other side. And that's what I'm working for. That's what I'm looking forward to. Eternal life with my Creator, with my Redeemer, and with my Comforter. The door of the church is open.